Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see self-reference from trigger exception in Salesforce. This is a common exception that developers will face during Apex trigger development. This occurs whenever a particular transaction is not yet completed for a record, mainly for a DML operation. But in the same transaction, if another trigger is updating the same record, then we will get this self-reference from trigger. Let's see how we ran into this self-reference from a trigger exception while editing a account record. So first I have a trigger on account object. The trigger name is account trigger. Simply, whenever an account record is updated, I'm creating a contact with first name as testing1, last name as testing2, and the account ID with the account which is getting updated. I haven't bulkified the trigger. I have just created it just for demo purpose. So once the contact is created, the contact trigger will be executing. So let's see what is there on the contact trigger. So on the contact trigger, I have created a simple contact trigger here. I'm checking whether the contact which is getting inserted has an account at line number 3, and then I'm updating the account of the contact with the description as testing. If you look at the account trigger, here it is before update. So before update, so before the update completes, I am creating an contact record. So if I edit the account record, it will create a contact record before it is updated, because here we are using before update event. In the contact trigger, before the account is updated, we are updating the same account from which the transaction got started with the description as testing. So here it will throw an error stating that self-reference from trigger. This is the ID of the account record which is currently getting updated from this account trigger. Therefore, we cannot recursively update itself. So I'm updating this account. Before the account is updated, I'm creating a contact record. Because of this contact trigger, after the insertion of contact, I'm updating the same account from which the transaction started. So we are getting this self-reference from trigger. How to fix this? So in order to fix this, usually we should not do DML operation in before update context. Most of the cases and most of the use cases, it should be after update, so that it properly commits the data to avoid self-reference from trigger exception. So if you change this to after update, it is partially solved. So next, here in the after insert, we can update the account, no issues, but once you update it, again it will create one more contact. So like that it will go and then it will hit the trigger depth limit. In order to avoid it, we can use a static variable and then we can avoid the recursion. So in order to fully fix this, use after update, and in order to avoid recursion, use static variable and then avoid the recursion. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching.